Hello there, it's Mike.
And Katie.
It's episode 203.
Quantumania and Cocaine Bear.
This week on Cup of Rad. Hey everybody, we're back and we're back at it with two lovely new movies, so there will be spoilers.
Yeah, we're just gonna, I think... Yeah,
Spoilers.
I controlled myself, like, with the title card and everything, like...
You weren't... didn't go all...
I didn't go all, like, super excited, insanity, and dramatic with Cocaine Bear, see?
Okay.
No,
what was it?
Cocaine Bear!
Yeah, there you go.
Is that better?
There's the I think you just snorted a line look. Yeah, so
we're trying raspberry bubbly, new sparkling water beverage flavor. So far so good. I like it.
Excellent, Kitty. That's good.
It says howdy on the top.
Yeah. So we got snow. We got a big dump of snow. It just came down, just splooshed in the middle of the night. It was one of those times where it was just...
Did nature sploosh on us?
Yes. And what's kind of sad was I was all excited for like a snow day, and it's looking not to be a snow day.
Well, yeah, like out of all the time for it to finally actually happen, it's just enough. It teases, and then it just warmed up, and the roads are already clear. The rain and the additional snow didn't come as expected, and there's supposed to be maybe a little bit more snow, but if you guys get a snow day, I will be thoroughly surprised.
I think have to ice over.
It would have to be terrible.
Turn into a rink or something.
And there's not even like wind outside right now, which is never a good sign for that. I mean, it's unfortunate now that the two major snow dumps have been in times when it didn't matter for school wise. So
that's very, very disappointing.
It's gonna wait until spring break again to do it again. You don't kid, I would be so mad.
Snow spring break.
Here, Mike's just like, it ruined his morning because he was just mad the snow was so much this morning.
We got 10 inches.
Yeah.
In like, there wasn't even...
at midnight, there was only about an inch.
Not even. Not even.
And yeah, it came down, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the news.
So we have
News report.
I like it.
Cup of Red.
It feels like you should have gotten other action figures since last time we recorded. It feels like there was things, and I don't know why there's not. We saw a bunch of Lego at Walmart. A lot of the new stuff, which was pretty cool to see some of those in person there, because it's easier for us to get there than the Lego store. But it's nice to see how much Lego they actually have. They renovated their toy area, and they definitely are better than they used to be.
Yeah.
But a lot of cool build sets too. They have a parrot, the 3-in-1s things, the parrot, and then like small sets. They had a sparkling unicorn, which was pretty cool. And then they had creative sets, like build with highlighter bricks. Those were really awesome. It had a little pineapple with sunglasses, and then build with pastels, and those were weird little creatures. But it was like cool colored Lego. There's a lot of really cool Harry Potter stuff there too, like banners for things, and like the dot line that they have, a whole bunch of Harry Potter stuff with that. And I totally wanted the office accessories, so I could have like a little paperclip holder of Slytherin, and that would be a rad.
Yeah.
Yep. That was Katie's Lego update.
Just like that.
Lego update.
Not everywhere, just in Canada. We have Schitt's Creek is going off of Netflix, which is really disappointing because we decided to go back and watch it, and then like we got one episode in, and then all of a sudden the banner showed up and was like, it's preparing to leave on end of the month. It was like, what?
So you can't watch This Is the Last of Us. You have to go watch Schitt's Creek with me. Sorry, Jesse.
Huh.
That's nice, Katie.
Huh.
I knew I should have watched Schitt's Creek last night.
That's unfair.
I know. Where I'm hoping it'll show up on CBC streaming. We'll just get it through cable.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be on CBC, but I don't know.
But we won't know. It's like, I mean, we can't do anything about it. There's no way in hell we can like really binge any more of it. I mean, tomorrow we can watch some.
Yeah.
And we might be watching it as soon as kiddo's in bed. It's just turn it on. Just go for it.
Because I forgot tomorrow off.
That's what it is. Yo, boss man, sorry. I got TV leaving Netflix tomorrow, and it is a crisis, and it needs to be watched as much as possible.
I
think that's a good excuse.
Yeah, totally.
I like it.
Totally.
Yeah, it'd be good.
But yeah, that was really sad.
Yeah.
Sad news. Sad. Have we been watching Bad Batch? Is anyone talking about this show? It doesn't feel like it.
The last 2 episodes have been better.
It's still a solid series.
It is, but it lulled, and it was kind of like, okay, I feel a little bit like we're watching this because we have to watch this.
Oh.
I felt like that for a little bit. I still was excited to watch it, but I think it's also because literally no other cartoons on.
Yeah.
So it was, well, we have a cartoon, like, sweet. Any show right now, because, like, we had nothing to be really watching.
Yeah.
So then the last 2 have had much more of a story and an impact, and I've enjoyed them more. They felt longer as well because there was more substance to them. I remember the other ones were like, oh, wow, it's already over. And like, that's the only thing that happened.
Yeah.
So, but.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mando starts.
I know.
Pretty wild.
It's Mando Wednesday this week.
So that's I wonder how that'll go.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome.
So,
and I will never not think of his SNL thing with hearing Mando as a veteran voice now. And I'm going to view it from that angle, and it's going to be amazing.
Oh, that's why you were asking to watch it alone. Huh.
I did not.
Yeah, you did. You said you were going to watch it alone.
Oh, I did because, no, that was a couple weeks from now.
Yeah.
When we have plans, so you won't be home, and I will have to watch it. And you look like you were going to give me divorce papers after that.
I mean, it's only certifiably right.
Reason for separation. She dared to watch Mando by herself. I think that's grounds. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable. Promise, I won't.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because apparently it'll be a fun time. Jesse and I have taken on the task to have a trivia night at my other workplace, and because their other host has decided not to carry on, and
I volunteered you kind of volunteered. We all just
so that'll be an adventure.
I'm excited. I mean, I'm gonna fail terribly because he was bouncing questions off of me and I was staring at him blankly. There was one category I got, but I let my other teammate know that we lost half of our team, but he's still on board and we're just gonna laugh about things. And maybe we'll aim. We won't be able to. I'll say we want to lose, but we won't be able to lose.
Yeah,
because we're both a little too competitive about things. Yeah. So
I got to come up with more questions. There's not much time left for questions. I could come up with some harder ones.
You got Smirnoff Ice and trivia brainstorming night planned. His face is amazing. Jesse, just so you know, ask him for the Smirnoff Ice. Because it's sitting in my fridge. It's been a month. Granted,
no, it's been more than a month.
I think there's Bailey's in there still, so.
Because I got it. Oh, no,
it's been a month. It's like a month from, yeah. Pretty much.
I forgot it wasn't in December when that happened. So we're here for another reason, not to talk about what's in our refrigerator.
But
what's in your refrigerator?
I mean, we've always gotten off on random topics.
I know.
Tangents, if you will.
They're not.
They're squirrel moments.
You know what it is? It's slice of life.
It is.
There's no longer slice of life.
Slice of life?
Slice of life.
Oh, I like slice of life.
Slice of life.
Slice.
Things on the radio because we don't listen to the radio. So instead, this is like the filler. So like
the radio irritates me
because it killed the
radio star.
No, it didn't.
Video killed the radio star.
Yeah, but
what did radio kill? Nothing. It was killed.
The town crier.
Jesse wanted to, he's like, I wonder if I could hire a town crier for trivia. So any local peeps, if you want to be the town crier,
it's just like, you just be like,
you're right. That is so true.
Like, hear.
That is true.
Actually, it was probably
I think the written word did that, but
I think, well, we do have town criers, but they're a lot more like racist and homophobic.
They're assholes.
It's not just
no one wants that town crier.
Yeah. But
go home.
There's, you don't really have someone going around going, it's going to snow today. It's going to snow.
Yeah, that is true. Anyways, radio. We talked about this. Okay, we're past that one. So we are here because we watched movies.
We did.
We did.
We did. The latest entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe came out. Ant-Man and the Wasp in Quantumania.
I don't know why I was like. So
why'd you make it spooky? Quantumania.
Okay, so what else how could we say it? Quantumania.
Yeah, I feel it's a bit more like Quantumania.
It's like intense and insane.
Not Quantumania.
I was trying to go for mysterious, and it just came across spooky. Apparently, I don't know how.
Oh, you trying to do like that old timey radio?
Yeah,
not that.
We need like a Twilight Zone sound.
Okay.
Like doodly doodly doodly. See, that's imagine that right there. Quantumania doodly doodly doodly. See, that's better.
Wayne's World and again?
Shush. We just did trippiness. Wayne's World is amazing. We watched Quantumania.
Quantum.
No, this was the end of this phase now, right? Or is it the beginning of the phase?
The beginning.
Oh, it is the beginning of the phase because Kang is now the bad guy, which is exciting.
Yeah, Kang the Conqueror.
So Jonathan Majors plays him.
Yep.
And so it's exciting to have a new villain for sure show up. So are we going to just spoil this, or are we going to give
let's do our quick and then spoil it?
And then
they know what to do.
Good luck finding the next bit.
Yeah.
Okay, quick spoiler. Not spoiler. Quick review without the spoiler. That's what I was trying to say. And go.
I really enjoyed it. It was goofy at times, not in a good goofy way, and there was some poor CG, but for the whole, I really enjoyed it, and it got me excited for what's to come.
My turn. Same here.
Ditto.
And ditto. I don't like that word. I really enjoyed it too. I didn't really have any high expectations for it, but I really enjoyed the action that was there and the heart that came with it. I liked that it kind of felt like a Star Wars type style. Just a lot of fun things to look at. So I really enjoyed visually looking at it. And I liked Kang, so I had a lot of really positive things that I really liked about it. Same here with the silliness. Some of it was kind of over the top. Those were my issues. There was a few spots where I'm like, "Ew, this feels weird," but it wasn't enough to really ruin the overall experience for it. So it was definitely better than the last few. I'm excited for this new phase. Then I kind of feel like, okay, let's move forward now. So it definitely. I enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to being able to watch it again. Yeah. And that's something for sure.
Yeah.
And
Spoilers.
Now, see that now that's what I was I was just like telling the future.
It was pretty cool to see MODOK. And
was it really cool to see him, or was it fucking terrifying? Big, huge, floating face.
Well, like it's cool to see like them actually do a weird villain and actually make him look weird. Like,
yeah,
right,
true. Rather than being like a different take on it, where you're like, really?
Think of Arnim Zola, right?
Yeah,
Arnim Zola we never got the humanoid body walking around with the TV in the stomach.
True.
Right? Like
they actually really committed to
even though like the CG was kind of crappy on the human face of it, the mask thing. I thought that looked
cool. It was really cool. And I'm assuming the acronym is in the comics as well, right? And I didn't know that. Because I've never really paid too much attention to that one. But actually, like, when they kept talking about this machine, and then when I finally put it together, I'm like, oh, okay. Light bulb right there. I think it was kind of cool to bring it back to someone, kind of showing then different things that can then happen within the quantum realm as well. And, kind of looping it back around. It definitely made you think about Ant-Man again. You're like, oh yeah, way back then, so I mean, it would have been fine without it as well, but it didn't feel like a completely unnecessary fit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool, especially because it was bright with the purple and everything like that too, right?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. There was a lot of fun things within it with all the creatures and stuff, like the drink the ooze thing. That was pretty funny.
I loved their explanation as to why they could hear each other, because that's one thing that really bothers me is when they're obviously should be speaking different languages, everyone's just speaking English, and I really really liked this explanation for it. So that
makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
What do you think of let's see, Kang?
I thought the design was like super cool, because it was like, it's like pure comic booky. That's my only real concern, is like this was like pretty much on point for a look for Kang to kind of like modernize, ultimates it. So I'll be curious to see if there's anything like that, or if they're all going to be pretty zany going forward, right?
Yeah.
But I thought he looked, and I like the fact that it was like a force field kind of like light thing over his face to have the blue face.
Yeah, right? Because I was weird for that. I'm like, I know he's supposed to be a different color, but then that was a really cool way of incorporating it. Yeah, he was definitely a badass, like scary guy when he, and then as it got farther on, he got to show some more of his emotion, his rage, and everything. He did a good job of being very uncaring, but the way Jonathan Majors delivers his lines as well, you can see how he's able to then convince people that he's not the bad guy. His charisma was still there. And I thought that was cool to see. So I'm really curious to see what that'll bring, because now we've seen two versions, and they, as an actor, that's got to be kind of fun, the idea to be able to play the same character a bazillion times, but it gets to be different. I really liked seeing that it was a bit more of an Ant-Man movie this time around. Less of a lot of the other side characters, even though there was a lot of side characters. It didn't feel like they became the focus, though, because it was still Scott's journey. It's Scott and Cassie. Yeah. And it was just that dynamic. But part of that dynamic with Cassie in there was developing Scott. So it definitely, it still was focused on him. It's interesting, though, like the Wasp aspect, it felt like she was barely in the movie. Like, it felt weird to have still Ant-Man and the Wasp in the title. Yeah, because she was definitely a side one. Yeah. And other than because every time she fought, she was always still just the extra support. Her most crucial moment. I created a new word. It's that important, and it's critical. Was at the very end, pulling him back. Going in and helping him. At the end with the defeat Kang. Like, that was her moment in the entire movie. Yeah. And it's like that earned her the title. Yeah. Hey, I am impressed in how Michelle Pfeiffer looks in that film. I was waiting to see how long it would take for you to bring up your massive crush on her. Because she was prettier than Evangeline Lilly. Oh, she has aged well. So has Michael Douglas. Yeah. So that can be my weird crush. I didn't think it was that weird, but okay. You looked at me funny when I told you that. You were just like, what? Yeah. No? Okay, fine. It's not weird at all. No. Evangeline Lilly was not as well. It's also because she wasn't in it. Michelle Pfeiffer was very much a main character.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah.
It was definitely suspenseful watching her story unfold with what was going on down there. And then like it was cool how they built up her mystique with the different people down there, where some of them, they all knew who she was and they were also very angry. And you're like, well, she couldn't have been like that terrible. Like, what the hell did she try to like take over the place with him? And it's like, but then it was a cool building moment to really see it. And then, but then having that clear, like, okay, let me set the record straight of what happened. And then now coming out and looking at the other side, you're like, of course they're angry about what had happened because they don't understand the rest of it. But that was really cool. Yeah. So one thing I remember you were saying when we first started seeing the trailers with the rings, feeling that they could have possibly had a connection with Shang-Chi. Do you feel that still or not anymore?
I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't think so anymore because the explanation for it, unless they're somehow connected to the overall story of that Kang world idea, right? But now knowing what those rings are, then they seem a little... But I guess they are still just what... They were his energy source, right? To be able to move between things. So you never know. They could be. Yeah. But not those ones specifically.
Not those ones, but like has something to do with it. Or those ones from a different reality. Multiverse of sorts. Timeline.
He's definitely, Kang is definitely set in his ways of like...
Because he is the conqueror.
And it's interesting because you have these moments where you hear him talk and you're like, okay, well, it kind of makes sense. And then you realize the implications of everything and how much he's really set on something of still deciding on what should and shouldn't be. And you're like, yeah, nope, you're not. You're off your rocker a little bit on that. Yeah. So.
Well, it's because, yeah. So the end credit scene with all the Kangs.
Hold on. Before you go to that one, the end of the movie where everything was great and everything was fine because I really felt like someone should have died in this movie. I love the whole monologue with Scott saying everything's great, but is it great? Everything's okay. Is everything okay? Like, and then him starting to question himself, and it felt very Ant-Man-ish. Yeah. And I really loved that because otherwise it would have felt too neat and tidy, and that was just enough to be like, what has happened? Yeah. And what has snowball, what is going to snowball. And I thought it was a great way to end it. Yeah. So with his uncertainty still that he has as a person. Right? Yeah. So, but the end scene with all the Kangs.
The reason why I went to that was because we were talking about Kang. So I was like,
no, it's really fine. That.
The Council of Kangs or whatever it's called.
And the really terrible.
I was really confused about that one Kang. Yeah. That one Kang seemed like it shouldn't have happened. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how that plays out in the next ones. Yeah. But it's terrifying to see that there are so many of them. There are thousands of them.
Yes. It was weird to see so many of them in like such high energy. Yeah. When the one we had, in the movie was so low key. Yeah. And controlled. Yeah. And I definitely want to know the story then behind him more, with them actually banishing him and like, you can't tell me there's no others that are a problem. Yeah. And that obviously if it's going to be the villain, granted, Scott did say like, we don't even know if he's actually truly dead yet or not too. You never know. But like, how is this all going to lay out? Yeah. It's very exciting. Very exciting.
What else do you want to talk about in the movie?
I actually don't really like, and when I think about any of the negativities, like the negativities that we briefly mentioned were more to do with the silliness factor. Yeah. Okay. So the only scene, the scene that sticks with him on the most of being irritating, goofy in a weird placement for it is at the very end, everything with so much intense action, literally all these citizens are getting blown up by Kang. So you have all this insanity. And then MODOK is dying. And then it gets so weird and silly. And it felt like it wasn't dark enough to need that much levity at that time. So it felt irritatingly like
that's one of
broke the emotion connection. Like it should have been, it could have been sad, but then if they just let the silliness go there for, then, you know, or lessen it, and it wouldn't have broke that emotional, you know, and then it's like, oh yeah, I guess we should get back to defeating the impossible guy that we finally knocked down a notch, and that, and it's like, I don't know, that the one scene that really irritated me. Yeah. So.
No, that is that little bit of that comedy. The other thing that kind of bugged me a bit was the probability Scott with the Baskin Robbins guy version kept showing up, and I was like, how? Why? How did he?
There should have also been more Baskin Robbins versions.
Then
not just one.
Yeah.
So. Because that doesn't make any sense when it came to all those other things and all the probability things. There should have been more of those. Yeah. Or what about all the other places he could have worked? Mm-hmm. It was either one Baskin Robbins guy or Ant-Man for everything. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make sense. So this is what I find the frustration. It's like, why didn't this probability problem in the middle of this quantum realm, in the midst of all this with the scientific Ant-Man, make any sense? What the hell?
That's a fair call.
Yeah,
that's a fair call.
But yeah, that makes sense.
It was just.
I also dislike how Wasp was able to just fly in and be like, "I know what's going on. Everything's fine," and then poof, they all disappear, and like that made no sense as well. Mm-hmm. Yep. But that's overall, I was still actually, as I said, very excited. Kiddo, I know, really enjoyed it. So it was refreshing to see. You know, I was really, say, of a comparison to Thor: Love and Thunder, really looking forward to that, and was quite disappointed with that film, to the point where I'm not excited to watch it again, and this one I am excited to watch again, because again, lots to look at. It was cool with like a Star Wars type vibe of all the different character types of creatures around. And I thought that was really interesting.
Nice. So. Yeah, no, I really did enjoy it. It has me excited for the next phase, so I'm really curious to see where it goes with that.
You're just counting down the moments till Guardians 3.
Yeah, that one won't really have a whole lot to do with the phase, but
it'll still be
an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, the trailer is an emotionally exhausting thing to watch. That alone, so God help us with the movie.
Right, and it's not till November for the Marvels then, so.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, that's the next one. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
But what's up next? Cocaine Bear.
That was super weak, man.
You said don't take it off the charts. Cocaine Bear.
Go, 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 go.
What is it? The Friday the 13th?
Yes, it is.
But with Cocaine Bear?
Monster Bear. We went and saw Cocaine Bear.
You know, I looked at Katie when we were leaving, and I was like, it's been a while since we've seen a ridiculous movie. And then I stopped and went, no, wait. We just saw one in December. Violent Night. I was like, apparently we go see really violent,
ridiculous movies, and they're amazing. Yep.
So that's Katie's review.
Fucking rad.
I don't know. Out of the two movies we've just recently talked about, which one do you think she's more excited for?
No, the other one, I don't think I'm going to have some philosophical conversation about Cocaine Bear. You don't know, but I very well. But it's also more recent.
Yeah.
I've had time to digest and reflect on Ant-Man and its intricacies.
The Cocaine Bear.
The Cocaine Bear is fucking rad.
So Cocaine Bear is based off of a true event with fictionalized accounts of said event. Extreme fictionalized.
Everything but the coke and the bear.
Yeah. So the story is that somebody threw coke out of a plane and
he did actually. Oh, by the way, there's spoilers. But I mean, let's be honest. Who cares?
But this is you could look this up and you'll find it.
Yeah, and he did actually fall out of the plane and die.
Yeah.
So.
And then a bear ingested cocaine. But in the real story was that the bear
stroked out.
Died. Yeah.
Had a heart attack and died.
The thing said it would have been like what, $22 million.
It was 15. Yeah, something. Yeah, it was about $22
million in coke in 85, and inflation puts that at 55 million.
Yeah,
of cocaine.
That's a lot. Well, considering what in the movie they commented that the one bag was like 14 million or something like that too. So then, yeah. So in this, the bear does not die, but it's super jacked up on it and super already addicted to it.
Yeah.
And so everything it does is
for the coke.
It's for the coke. It's all motivated by trying to get some more of that sweet, sweet snow. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Drugs are bad.
Oh my gosh.
So first thing he asked me, he's like, so did the movie tell you how, remind you how bad drugs were? And I was like, dude, I didn't need the movie to remind me that you shouldn't do coke. I was very much aware of that. What it did remind me of why you shouldn't try to smuggle coke and buy it and be the dealer. And that was like the world, lots of consequences for that. Because you didn't really see drug use from people, but it was the drug dealing that was the problem.
I thought it was fair. No, it's valid. Good line. No, it was fantastic. No, you're right. It really does portray the life of working with cocaine as not the most glamorous like most do.
Yeah. Because I mean, I know because we were talking, like I was in high school when Blow had come out, Johnny Depp's movie, and I loved that movie. And it totally was like, yeah, I could totally see myself getting into the life as I got older. Like, this is the level that it was like, it portrayed it as a nice way, even though he's terrible and he, gets in trouble and all his life is ruined. Like, I totally get it. But a lot of those times, that type of lifestyle is portrayed so glamorously, and this was not.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was good to see.
Yeah.
Because by all means, it shouldn't portray it glamorously anymore. But it also doesn't need to really be preachy by any means. It was, it spoke on its own. So,
so Cocaine Bear is pretty much what you'd expect. Stupid, ridiculously fun and violent. It's 90 minutes, so you kind of just forget about life and just watch a bear go on a murderous rampage. And they don't shy away from gore. And there are kills in the movie,
there's people violence, there's bear violence, there's like everything, right?
So,
you had said so the two styles that it kind of
there was a review, right? A review I saw that it was a negative review, and it was like it combines Tarantino and Sam Raimi, and I was just like, how is that a bad review?
Yeah, first off,
like that just sold me on going to the movie,
right?
Like,
well, the vibe of it, because it happens, of course, in the 80s, and the style was really interesting to watch because it wasn't just the actual like sets and the costumes, the feel of it and the pacing of it felt like an older movie.
Did a good job with it.
Yeah, right? So it was quite impressive.
I had a lot of fun. Like, and sometimes kids in movies can be annoying, but they weren't.
So I thought it was funny the consistently Katie is so upset if animals are hurt. So much violence, people died, and yet when the bear gets knocked off this ledge and is knocked out and the babies are crying looking at their mom, I felt like I was going to cry. I was just like, oh my goodness, this is the thing. And I was so happy when the coke brought the bear back. Like, yes, go kill the drug dealer, man. He totally deserved it.
No, he did.
I mean, he was the only one that deserved it.
The guys that attacked them in the bathroom.
Oh, those guys were little douchebags.
So
he was hilarious.
The
ranger.
The ranger.
Not the best.
Yeah. Not the
ambulance drivers did not.
No, not at all.
Those poor guys.
or even the wildlife guy.
Yeah.
Really.
High on coke, inhaled all that stuff. Yeah, those kids were not actually frustrating. Yeah. Which was really impressive.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Look at that. We actually had like way more of an in-depth conversation than I was expecting to have for Cocaine Bear, which is cool.
But yeah, there's some good kills in it. There's some good violence. Like it was one of those movies that makes you kind of laugh, but also go, oh shit.
Right?
Right?
So I liked how it just jumped right into it too. Mm-hmm. It didn't wait. You didn't wait to see the bear like mosey up upon the coke or anything like that. It was just like
moseying up on the coke. Well, look here, there's a package of cocaine. Woo!
It just happened. Where all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, bear. So that was pretty awesome. Now, would you watch it again?
Oh, totally.
Nice.
Totally.
You're like 100%. I'm down with the Cocaine Bear.
Yeah. Like it's the best film of 2023.
Oh,
like, okay. Hands down.
Okay, hands down. Better than Quantumania.
Oh God, yeah.
Really? I don't know if he's lying or not.
No, I'm not. Like when I get horror comedy and good horror comedy, like I'm sad.
Yeah, you're not gonna watch Quantumania over and over again. It's just not gonna happen, right?
I can watch Quantumania again and like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I could have Cocaine Bear on the background and be like,
oh yeah, that one.
Like, I don't think
his head just exploded.
Yeah, I don't think Quantumania was one I'd put on in the background. Quantumania would be one that like I like need to focus to watch.
Yeah,
but like
it's like I need something stupid.
Cocaine Bear. Yeah, Cocaine Bear is 90 minutes.
True, it fits.
Cocaine Bear is 90 minute
category.
So like that's one that I could just be like, and being that it's not like based around a season or something, like you can watch Cocaine Bear anytime. Like
that is true.
You know? Now, would I watch a Cocaine Bear sequel? No.
Yes, because that would be ridiculous.
Right?
Because that wouldn't make any sense. We don't need to see the life of the Cocaine Bears.
or maybe that would be better. Everyone's going expecting bloody good, but it turns into a dramatic
a documentary
art piece of like,
Withdraw Bear?
Withdraw Bear. I think when poised with the question, the writer said, he's got an idea, but it's like Cocaine Bear in space. So I love this man's thinking.
I like it. So are they gonna like? Why? How?
I don't know, but I think it's just that like.
But he just needs to have an answer.
He's just like that. Seriously,
probably. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah. Why are we possibly considering a sequel for this?
Yeah.
Not everything needs a sequel.
Yeah. Cocaine Bear does not, and I don't need a long list of like other drug addicted animals
like meth alligator.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, oh my good gracious, they just need something,
right?
Like that's the stereotypical places where drugs happen, and then we'll pick an animal from
Miami.
Yeah, I don't know. Cocaine sheep might be next.
Cocaine sheep would have been pretty good.
Things that you aren't expecting. That would be interesting.
Cocaine sheep?
Because I love, it's the idea you're running towards apex predator, high on coke, you're going towards it.
Yeah.
But what about a sheep? Nobody expects a rabid fucking coked out sheep. That could be scary. Good times.
No, but I really had a good time with that one. It was one of those ones where because it's just ridiculous, because it's the weirdest thing, right? Like,
right.
It just kind of is like,
and it was actually really well acted. Like it was
fun.
It wasn't cheesy and terrible. It wasn't like, oh my God, these people are awful, but I'm still gonna watch the train wreck. Well, it was actually decent.
It's like it's a full-fledged, reputable company making a movie that probably should have been at one of those like straight to Amazon, that you're like, what is this?
Yeah. Well, and I remember you had said the writer was very shocked and surprised.
Yeah, because he was working as a page or intern or something, and he was able to get his script looked at, and he just was trying to create like something that he'd want to watch. Mm-hmm. And he was a big fan of Sam Raimi and like the horror comedy genre, and
this perfect child was born.
Yeah, and it was great. So
nice. Well, you know what? As much as we're super excited about Cocaine Bear, I would still recommend watching both movies if you haven't already. And
both were worth
good,
your time,
which was fun. So
you know what I'm looking forward to next?
What?
Scream.
Yes. Well, what else? Yes, is that's our next one then, right? Yeah. And then there is,
I don't know, are we seeing Shazam?
I honestly at the moment don't really care, and it's really terrible because there is Greek gods in it and I should care, but I finally just saw the teaser for it yesterday, but I think there was another March movie, but
Creed.
That would be cool to see. I mean, I have no attachment to it.
We'd have to see Creed 1 and 2 first.
Yeah, I know, but do we really?
Probably.
I mean, okay. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. There's like actual movies coming out this year, which is...
It's going to be a big year. It's going to be a lot of films.
Yeah.
Might not
so maybe I do need to go and buy the movie club tickets.
Who knows?
Oh, and then you mean we'll actually have podcast episodes with new movies?
Oh.
More and more and more and more and more.
But we got a Red Ninja stuff.
I know. Spring break's coming up soon.
Yeah.
We should try to do something then.
Oh, yeah. Red Ninja Spring Break.
Yeah.
Red Ninja Spring Break.
It'll be exciting. I think that's everything, though. Nice and short and sweet. Got anything else?
No.
You're good?
No.
We're all good? We're gonna peace out.
I've got coffee cake.
Oh, and coffee. Decaf, I think. I don't know. Maybe we need some caffeine to counteract things. We don't have decaf. We just regular coffee.
Yeah, we haven't had decaf for a while.
We have downers. We have uppers. We're balancing it out. Fantastic. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
And remember, stay rad.